Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first semi-final of the LCUS. I am Kenos, flying solo at the moment, but I hope you're all having a great night so far. I'm going to get underway in just a few minutes here. As you can see on the screen, we're having our semi-final games, Northern Storm versus Take the Lantern in the first set, and White Wolf versus Triple Strike in the second. This will be a best of 3 games rather than the best of 2 that we've generally seen out of the LCUS. So definitely chances for some exciting games, and hopefully Take the Lantern being the first team to take a game off of Northern Storm, who managed to go undefeated so far in the LCUS in this first season split. Just a few notes before we get going. Definitely want you guys all to subscribe to the GMA Gaming Twitch channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Feel free to follow things, subscribe to things, tell all your friends. Definitely looking to blow this up with more teams, more players, things of that nature. So yeah, just waiting to check up on this. It seems like we're going to be having a slight substitution at the last moment here. So there will be a bit of a delay on that. Just wanted to make sure everybody knows what's going on there. And once we get that set up, things will get underway shortly. So we'll just play a little bit more music while we're getting everything else figured out. And once we're ready to get rolling, we'll be back. Please stay tuned.
my way back to you, until you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home. I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones, you won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight. to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out, you can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away. But I'm here to stay, no, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and Bring that beat back.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, they are jumping right into the gameplay, so we are going to get in there as well. Joining me for the first casting, we have Ace. How you doing, Ace?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Doing alright. Glad to see that all of the substitution things got sorted out. Of course, this means that Take the Lantern is going to lose their first set of bans, and that's why we are waiting for the time to expire on that.
Yeah, and that's going to be very critical in this first game. Having Kokoro get Zoe or Vagar or anything that he plays that's normally banned out will very heavily affect this match.
I must not.
Yeah, especially considering how relatively unstoppable Northern Storm is, even when their characters get banned out. So, while we're waiting for the bans to expire, I'll just remind everybody who may have joined in a little bit late or forgotten during the musical interlude that we are going to have an analyst desk piece coming up during the spectator delay that will happen, just to get a little more in-depth analysis of the picks and bans and what may come up in the game. So I hope you guys look forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good addition. I hope that they provide some insight on how Take the Lantern is able to get around having these 3-ban penalty.
Yeah, speaking of the bans, looks mostly standard so far coming out here, at least from what we've seen in the LCUS. Taking out heavy CC from Leona and Sejuani, and of course, Kane when in the right hands has been very devastating so far, so good to see that as a preventive measure.
One of the interesting situations we're going to have this game is Udge is very, very, very good at Vigar. And because of that, they normally ban Vigar versus Kokoro, and he might get it if they decide to go with Zoe instead, which is definitely what Kokoro would want to play. He'll definitely throw a wrench in the mid lane.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I believe Kokoro had the option to play Zoe sometime in the last week or two, and chose not to do so. So maybe he'll end up playing something else.
That's true. That's also possible. So we have a Galio picked up, probably for Brad. I'm sorry for shaken, not stirred in the top lane.
Yeah, well, probably a good pickup there. I don't see Kokoro playing Galio mid. So a nice safe pick early on there. Interesting seeing that with, as you said, Yuge's preferences towards Veigar, that they're not grabbing Veigar right away. Maybe Menards will pick him up here.
Yeah, maybe. They're going super heavy carry. It looks like. Vayne is one of the most powerful AD carries right now, especially if you can feel for him at all. And Shyvana was played by TSM yesterday in the jungle, which shows just how much they're looking for it as well.
Alright, and so we may have a jungle pick here coming for Fat Lee as well, getting the Jarvan. So semi-tanky attacker to go up against Shyvana there. And there's going to be the Zoe pick.
Yep. So Veigar I don't think Veigar does very well. Yeah, Veigar does not do very well into the Zoe, so they don't even try to go for it.
Well, I guess that could then explain why they chose not to go for it at all in any of the picks. Anticipating the Zoe pick, they figured they'd steer away from that.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that they seem to be picking their roles, saving bot lane for the last two. If I was playing on Take the Lantern right now, I would definitely ban the Varus, which is what Port Slimmer has been spamming. And just given the lack of tank on their team right now, I probably wouldn't care too much about Trundle, but I would also target probably one of Oceanic's support pool.
Not a problem.
Oh, double AD carry ban.
Yeah, definitely a strong choice on both of those characters, preventing a lot of that long-range artillery damage that Misfortune's ult and Varus's kit can allow for. I'm really hoping to see some CC picks coming out of Take the Lantern here, because I mean at the moment they don't have much at all in the way of hard CC to help deal with Zoe.
Yeah, they went with the Gnar, who is half hard CC. Always a trick with that champ.
Yeah, definitely. So they have a support pick left there for Take the Lantern. Hopefully maybe somebody like Blitzcrank, Alistar, someone tankier, because like you said, they don't have that much tank on their team yet. And also someone who can, you know, at least do something to any of the carries that Northern Storm will be throwing their way. We'll have to see what comes of it. Last pick, most likely the support pick. Like you said, they're all kind of just picking their roles. Interesting way this first draft is lined up. Abyss leaving us in suspense. Rakan.
Oh, Rakan. Interesting that they didn't go for Rakan and Xayah.
Yeah, I mean, Xayah was definitely available there. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be a Lulu as the last pick, and once that gets locked in, we can hop over to the analyst desk to get a breakdown on this. Alright, so we'll just take the extra loadout time as well to get the analyst desk on their introduction, so we'll head over there right now. Alright, and here we are with the analyst desk, and I'll just leave it in you guys' capable hands to break down what we were seeing out of this first game.
Thanks, Kenos. Folks, we could not be more excited here on the analyst desk for this incredible matchup we have leading us tonight. Team Northern Storm versus Team Take the Lantern. Alonzi, tell me about some of the picks and bans that you saw happen, and what do you think is going to be the tone of this game?
Well, so because Northern Storm now doesn't, sorry, not Northern Storm, Take the Lantern has 3 bans that they've lost. They basically are at a major disadvantage compared to Northern Storm here, and they're engaged. They have a really hard engage on their part, but with the amount of that CC that comes in on Northern Storm part, it's basically going to come out to who can get ahead in bot lane first. I mean, Caitlyn counters Vayne, but Lulu is very abusive in lane against a Rakan. So, and Vayne can just tumble out of Rakan's knockup. So as long as Salsa Shoot plays smart, it could go well. Shyvana can come in pretty hard. A Corki mid's good. And all that Gnar needs to do is just follow up with that stun he can get when he comes Mega Gnar. But it's all riding on just a really good engage.
Okay. I think you make some very valid points there. CB join us tonight. What are your thoughts about what Alonzi has said?
I think he made some very good points, but just looking at the 2 teams that we have here, Northern Storm and Take the Lantern, it really is going to come down to the warding with how everybody has their where they're warding, because if you look at all the stats that we have so far, average game time, both these teams really go long to long games. So we're looking at who's getting the most gold, who's deaths and everything, and you really can't go wrong with the Galio pick. I think was huge first pick for Northern Storm. I think that's going to be the key pick in this game.
Oh, wonderful. I agree with both you gentlemen, and I'm a little conflicted. If we take a look at the some of the stats over time, Team Take the Lantern, in terms of Drakes, over the entirety of the split, they're only setting at 14, while Northern Storm at 29. Those numbers are a little skewed, though, with Rift Heralds being tied with both teams at 3 each. What do you think we can look for in injective control, Alonzi?
Can you say that again? Sorry, you cut out.
Oh, sorry about that. What do you think we can look at in terms of objective control between these two teams?
I think primarily, they're going to be pushing more towards towers. So I think it would be best for Take the Lantern to semi-control what they can around Dragon Pit and Rift Herald. If they can definitely get Rift Herald first, especially with Gnar against a Galio, or at least bot lane, they could push hard, especially if Shyvana if they come bot. They could probably get a first turret blood, but right now I think it's less objectives and more playing it safe.
Wonderful. Your thoughts, CB?
I'd like to see Take the Lantern take a few Barons today. Northern Storm has dominated 16 Barons overall so far, versus Take the Lantern only has 4. If Take the Lantern's behind or anything, that's the key to getting back in, is securing that Baron, and really more importantly, denying Northern Storm from taking it.
Oh, wonderful. I do want to close out this conversation of analysis with the bot lane matchup, as we've said, is going to be very important. For Team Northern Storm, we do have Port Swimmer, and for Team Take the Lantern, we do have lost my place. Rocket Zapdos, correct?
Rocket Zapdos has been replaced for this particular game due to a last-minute sub.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kenos. In this ADC matchup, I think we're going to have some exciting things to watch, some exciting things to take in. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on the desk. Kenos, we're going to throw it back to you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for that, analyst desk, and we'll be heading back to you guys once the game is over to get some last-minute analysis there as well. So now we'll jump back into the caster section here, and here I am with Nickel. How you doing, Nickel?
Doing good, Kenos. It looks like it's going to be an exciting game right out of the gate.
Yeah, definitely. Really interested to see how they're going to be able to handle, how Take the Lantern's going to be able to handle this with the lack of CC that there was some comments about, both from the casters and the analyst desk. But
yep, that's exactly correct. They're going to have a tough time. Although I was surprised, well, this is probably due to the first tier ban loss for Take the Lantern, but we finally see Zoe get through.
Yeah, I think this is only the second game that we've had Zoe finally get through, and she did a very good job the last time we saw her. So we'll see how that goes again. Skin analysis got a little bit lost as we were changing over from the analyst desk, but the simple fact that we've got the one of the best Galio skins in the world, I think, gives that over.
Yeah, that's true. Although Kokoro coming with the new Zoe skin, that's a pretty good one too.
For sure.
He's trying to spend that money to get some wins here. Come on.
And once again, I'm disappointed that we don't have any Shyvana skin, but you know, I'll just keep being disappointed.
Yeah. Give her some love, man. Come on.
All right. So looks like there's a little bit of messing around in terms of possibly invading. Kokoro getting a little in there, checking things out.
I want to be careful there, Kokoro. You got a Shyvana on your tail? No, never mind. Disengage. They must have been watching the previous pro players' games the past few days. Those invades. No. Just kidding. Pardon me, everybody.
Alright, so looks as though it's going to be relatively basic jungling positions that we've seen before. Jarvan starting off at red, Shyvana at blue. And not much trickery, though it is worth noting that Northern Storm does have a ward right away in the jungle.
Yep. What Kokoro was trying to do there. Well, you're gonna get caught by Vayne.
Get poked a little bit here. Let's see if Corki can help. Corki didn't seem to notice. Gonna get one hit off.
Nah, he noticed enough.
Alright.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, really good job there. We'll see if Kokoro is confident enough to stick around.
Sure. Looks like he is.
Yeah.
A lot of poke already, jeez.
Yeah, Vayne gonna be a little low on CS now. Hopefully she'll be able to come back in it. Yeah, a lot of ward coverage coming out of Northern Storm early on there. So good to see that they're sticking with what they've been known for.
Right. Well, when you get an invade that early in the game, I mean, you do know that they came to play, and what they're trying to play is invasions, and you don't want to deal with that. And with them being so good with warding, I assume that that's their plan right away, is just to make sure that they're safe.
Speaking of safe, I'm wondering if Fat Lee is going to try something here. Looks like they're thinking about it.
That was a gambling man. Patience.
Long patience.
What you waiting for there, bud? Oh, there he goes.
Zoe has managed to mostly heal up in the mid lane, even dealing a little bit of damage to Corki. Alright, so Jarvan sneaking up here. Not sure the play is here for it or not. Yeah, I think he's pushed too far.
Really.
Alright, so Jarvan goes back.
For it.
Didn't lose that much time, hopefully.
Fat Lee is very patient today. I don't know with how far Gotta Get Lucky is pushed back. I don't know if it's even worth anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just losing valuable jungle time right now, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe he was sticking around just in case Shyvana came up. But Menards is very...
Kokoro over to get some heavy damage on him. Might see first blood right here.
Good flash. Might go down, though. Nope. Gets away with 27.
If only Shyvana was there a little bit sooner. Nicely done for Kokoro for that stun and then get the Q off. That does heavy damage.
Yeah, Shyvana trying to solo Dragon. We'll see if she can get away with it.
Certainly in the game, that's pretty... Yeah, Menards will have it. It's a pretty safe bet right now.
Looks like it, yeah. As long as Jarvan doesn't come in here.
Ooh.
Fortunately for Menards... okay.
Ooh. You should have trusted your instincts, Fat Lee, right there. He knew that something was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Fortunately for Menards, he took out the viewing plant there really early on. I forgot the technical name for it. So that Fat Lee couldn't check the dragon and had to actually commit to going into the pit. But yeah, good early take of dragon there. Probably one of the advantages that Take the Lantern could really use in this game. So early Cloud Drake.
Got that right.
Not to mention the bonus that it gives to Shyvana as well.
Yep, got that right. Excuse me.
Alright. So gotta get lucky is starting to assert himself in lane a little bit more here.
And he does have a point to. I mean, Shaken is very low on mana. Galio's not going to be able to do much to stop him rather than hide it turtling up under tower. He is he is getting ballsy with trying to get that CS though.
Yeah, for sure. But it looks like he is finally going back.
Yeah.
Gonna be cashing in about 1,100, 1,200 gold, so gonna come back with some nice items. Hopefully Nar finds a chance to go back as well. Doesn't want to necessarily fall too far behind the item chase there. Yeah, just picking up some boots.
Kokoro has ult already. Yuji's gonna have to be careful about that.
Yeah, Yuji just hit 6 as well now though, so not too far behind.
Yeah, very true. I don't know, that ult just kind of... It's such a trolly ult. I'm sorry.
Well, hopefully Take the Lantern's been preparing for this. I mean, I'm sure they would have preferred to be able to ban out Zoe, but you have to imagine at some point you're going to run into her.
Right, exactly.
So we'll have to see. Galio very patiently waiting here. Might be able to go in? No. Alright, he's been spotted.
No.
Alright, so Lee is very far behind, not having as much of a jungle clear as Shyvana does. So he's about half a level behind, not to mention the CS and all that good stuff.
And maybe that's why he's trying to go for those ganks, because, well, the reason why he's so far behind is probably those ganks, but if he could just get help somebody out with a kill, or not get caught out by Shyvana, that would help too. But, if he can confirm a kill, that will help him tremendously. Let's see what happens here. We got some brawling in the mid lane.
Doesn't seem like anyone's quite willing to commit yet. Rakan is coming, but has been spotted by Take the Lantern, so we're not going to get surprised by this. Top lane, there was some poking going on as well, but it's still two rather totally tanky characters hitting each other. So
Yep.
Galio wisely backs out. Shyvana continues her campaign against river crabs.
Those darn river crabs.
Alright, so far a lot of the action has been mostly in the mid lane here. Bot lane, both sides seem to be playing it kind of safe.
And they have right to. I mean, Vayne still needs to get some items under her belt and some levels so that she can start making those plays. And I was thinking we might see something on bot lane, that's why I paused, but never mind.
More fighting going on in the top lane. Nars messes up his slam, so doesn't end up doing as much damage to Galio as he might have liked. Galio once again ending up being really low on mana.
Oceanic Fist is getting pretty darn low there.
Good
Lulu
job by the
doing some
Lulu
damage on
dealing
him.
all that poke. Vayne! Excellent flash by the Vayne. Absolutely
Yeah.
perfect.
We got a bunch rotating bot. Shyvana's looking to fish, but not able to catch anything.
It's Zoe rotating. Seems like Galio's going back, so he's in a better position to come aid bot lane if need be.
For nice early aggression on the tower already.
Yeah, this really is something. We'll see if they end up regretting it. There's going to be 5 people in the bot lane.
Yeah. You
Nope,
have Zoe
nope,
kind of
Galio's-
just trying to fish for somebody because she did notice Corky was missing. And even better with that.
Alright, so everyone spreads out and we're back to normal. Really
Yeah,
good job
watch
by...
Ooh.
well, might be able to get the... Yeah, nope.
Nope. Rakan comes back just in time to get... Who's in trouble?
Couple of flashes blown there, but manages to get out. Good job by the Rakan. Managing to save Caitlyn any trouble, though I think she might have been fine. I'm not sure they were willing to dive that.
Right.
Of course, you never can tell, and always good to see a support help
I'm
out.
going in again.
Though, yeah, might be a little deep there. Possibly trying to bait into Jarvan, but they can see Jarvan as clear as day with really good ward coverage in their own lane.
Right.
Shyvana in a little bit of trouble here. Does jump in.
Pops the ult.
Galio comes in to
Galio
help.
coming
Shyvana's in a
in.
lot of trouble here. Does burn flash. Gets hit by the knockup. Alright, taken out.
And bot lane, we're having some interesting play here. Portsmouth able to get the kill on Salsa. Trying to go for that Lulu, but just pushing him off. Gonna return some of that tower damage they received and probably get a little bit more.
Yeah, really good job on the dive there by Northern Storm.
Galio's just absolutely destroying. Gotta get lucky right now. Meganar comes out. He's just gonna walk away from that. And Kokoro is trying to get his Q to hit. Gotta get lucky. Unable to do so. Flashes for it this time. Oh boy.
Of course, not that flash means much to Zoe's sometimes.
This is also very true.
Good job by the Nard bouncing away from that, though. Alright, Shyvana might be able to get something done here. There's 3 going in on this dragon. We'll see who gets the smite. Alright, Jarvan does get the smite, but gets taken out immediately. Alright. So
Might
good
be
job.
bad, but
Good job by Take the Lantern there, managing to take back some free kills that they had gave up earlier.
oh. I was gonna say they might be able to get top tower, but it doesn't look like it. Nard just comes back just in the nick of time, gets absolutely full of that damage. Zoe's Q. And top turret goes down. Galio wants more.
So a very long exchange still leads up to 2 turrets being taken by Northern Storm. So they have about a 2k gold lead right now. Shyvana about to just walk headfirst into Zoe, who's gonna just skip away because that's what Zoe does.
Yep. Skip, 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 skip. Sorry.
Alright, Vayne back down bot lane trying to get some farm back.
Trying to. Do have 2v2 in the mid lane.
Are in a lot of trouble.
Gotta get lucky, he's in trouble.
That was a really good flash, but it's not gonna help.
Nope.
Yeah, Shaken's absolutely destroying it in the top lane right now. Just in terms of pressure, even if not in terms of a kill death score.
Yeah. Great there.
But with a lot of the presence that with all the presence that Take the Lanterns managed to keep in all 3 lanes during this time, they've managed to keep up with the gold lead and not manage to have it fall off there. So that's really good objective playing by them, keeping their minds on the long-term game rather than trying to start roaming already.
It's the little things that'll help you out. And Take the Lantern isn't a terrible position in the game. I feel like that they can, especially if they get this fat lead out in the jungle.
They're gonna end up possibly
get caught instead.
Yeah, possibly getting the Vayne. We'll see. Good job by the Shyvana to get in there. Might be able to secure lead. Nope. Galio comes in. Amazing play there by the Galio, getting that taunt off. Oceanic Abyss in a little bit of trouble. Corgi comes in, does manage to pick off the Rakan. Aurora might be in trouble. Nope. Caitlyn shows up from her farming in the bot lane and manages to drive them off, it seems. Alright, so 1 for 2 there. Definitely not... Well, maybe more. Not sure how I feel about them sticking around here, considering how low Gnar is.
Yeah, Gnar is trying to press on the attack too. That's questionable in itself.
That's what Gotta Get Lucky's been doing for most of these games. Likes going in regardless of hit points.
Yeah, sometimes you can make some good plays off of that, but if it's death for you're already losing battle, that's still questionable. But anyways.
Yeah, so not quite what Take the Lantern necessarily wanted to have happen there, but they did manage to get at least 1 kill out of it. Poor Oceanic Abyss sitting at 0-3. Good job by Corgi getting out of there.
He's doing a support's job. He's got 3 assists. I say that's 3 for 3.
Looks like mid's in a lot of trouble here.
Galio just able to shove those guys off so that they can get some mid-tower damage on.
Yeah, and this becomes another part of the problem with the team comp they like to go with here, is not only do they not have much in the way of CC to shut down any arriving carries, but they also don't have much in the way of a tank that can go head-to-head with Galio. I mean, Shyvana obviously can get that tanky if she chooses to, but at the moment she doesn't really have much in the way of tanky items. And also, you know, she's dealing damage. She wants to deal damage to targets rather than focusing on fighting the tanks.
Can't deal damage when you're dead. That's
that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how Take the Lantern chooses to handle this deficit they're finding themselves in. 3k gold now, and Northern Storm going for Baron's little brother.
I think they're gonna get it too. There doesn't seem to be. Zoe just trying to push people off.
Yeah.
R is coming. Not sure what you're gonna be able to do, little buddy.
Yeah, I think he's just going up top lane.
Just a little bit of the sneaker sneak.
Yep. Yeah, so there goes the Rift Herald. Yeah, but I mean, Zoe's a 4-0, so gonna be really difficult for them to find a way to close in on her without anyone able to reliably lock her down.
Got that right. Looks like they're just trying to defend mid now. We got Menards. They might get an Oceanic Abyss for their troubles.
Looks like they will. Oh, I suppose they do have that polymorph spell. I forgot that Lulu has the ability to lock people down with that. So rarely I see it used. More often with Lulu, you know, it's there for the double damage and the knockups. So they could lock Kokoro down just barely with that, and hopefully Vayne gets a combo off. Well, Zoe's skipping as a chipmunk. Good damage there from the Lulu too, so...
Really good damage. Lulu's been doing pretty well this game so far, in terms of damage, I mean.
Alright, second Drake is
Kokoro might be... Nice flash by Kokoro there.
Does end up
they might
using-
get a fat lead for their troubles.
Good escape there by Fatley. Like up in the top lane, R's getting absolutely destroyed. Still.
Galio has just been putting the hammer down on Nar. Jeez.
Alright, we'll see how this goes.
Blue team able to get the dragon thanks to Zoe.
Good flash there by the Lulu to get away. Shyvana's abandoned. Alright, so...
Dude, you might get in trouble too.
Yeah, Mikey Corgi here as well. Lots of flashes burned for it. Do manage to pick him up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so definitely not what they wanted to have happen. Good job stealing or securing the dragon there from Kokoro. Looks like they want more. Who ended up picking up the Rift? I think it was Jarvan. Yeah, it was Jarvan. So Jarvan moving up here. Yep, here comes Rift Herald.
Yep. There you go.
And Gnar, ooh, doesn't get sniped. Good body block there by Lulu. Probably gonna lose this turret then.
They got Zoe doing a pretty good split push in the mid lane too.
Yeah, Shyvana's really trying to keep Zoe off, but it's not working that well. Good job by the Mega Gnar though. That was a really good shove. With Zoe not there, it's important to realize most of the kills that Northern Storm has are on Zoe. So if they're in a fight and Zoe's not in it, they're missing a lot of their experience and gold potential.
Nicely done from Shaken, getting away from that. Force Hummer's trying to get something out of it. Get a little bit of damage off. Gotta get lucky. Not able. Whoop! Nicely done, Shaken.
Gnar may still make him dip. Good job by Gnar securing that. But Nards might actually be able to take out Zoe here. I mean, I'm sure she won't, but it's close. Oh!
You just gotta eat your words right now.
Just gotta eat my words there. I doubted the dragon. I mean, that was something that I'm pretty sure Zoe was not expecting to happen. I'm pretty sure Kokoro was not expecting the blind shot into the dark there.
No. I wouldn't have expected that, man.
Alright, Rakan now has red buff, which if his score is anything to go by, that means that someone on Take the Lantern will soon have red buff. As Gnar does manage to get away from Rakan. Alright, so good job finally being able to lock down that Zoe, even if it wasn't a 1v1 that Zoe got a little overconfident in. And we'll just have to see where the next stage of this game leads us. Baron is live, of course. And it looks as though there's some posturing from Northern Storm to try to secure it. I'm pretty sure in a straight-up team fight they would be able to get that pretty easily. Even though the kill screen does suggest otherwise, there's just a lot of potential work that Zoe can do.
Right. And Take the Lantern has been doing pretty good. I mean, they've gotten it back pretty even with kills. I mean, it's 9 for 9 right now for totals. They're slowly catching up on the gold. What they really need to do is get some towers under their belt.
Ooh, Lulu's in a lot of trouble. Jarvan really wants her.
Jarvan might not get it. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, lots of big AoE there. All piling it up on top of each other.
Well done, man.
Yeah, that's also another thing that Northern Storm has going for them. Oh! Simple geometry, man. Gotta...
Yeah, the snipe from the Caitlyn and the snipe from the Zoe. Jeez Louise.
Gotta look out for that. But like I was saying, Northern Storm has a lot of AoE damage as well. And Take the Lantern really doesn't have that much either.
Got that right. Then you're gonna get a pretty safe Baron from this. Zoe's pushing top too, so... But we do have Lulu coming in and Gnar. And
We'll see how quickly Lulu wants to engage on this. Misses the opening skill shot there.
Probably doesn't want 2v1. Never mind, I mean that 3v1 doesn't want that.
Yeah, probably got some PTSD from that last Shyvana fight. But I mean, Gnar still loses half of his health to the Zoe. Got to get some magic resist there. Got to get lucky.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that damage is not going away.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going for straight damage and armor. With the ninja tab, he probably would have wanted Merc Treads for the problem he's facing with Kokoro.
Right. Kokoro uses a stolen teleport to get bot lane.
Man.
Helping out with that push.
Righto, what were you guys thinking when you made that character? It's making an annoying little girl character. What can we do?
We could remake Annie. Nope. We gotta do something else. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so we got a 2-man push in the bot lane, 2 in the mid, 1 in the top. Everyone is rotating down to deal with Kokoro and Galio right now. Good flash there. Galio trying to help out. Doesn't manage to get enough done. Good job ulting the Vayne as well. Alright, they wisely let the Galio go. Gnar teleporting top to try to save this turret. Doesn't manage it. Another good Dragon's Breath there from the Shyvana. Jarvan throwing down a ward so they can see how much time they've got. Let's see where this goes.
Salsa's in trouble.
Good job by Vayne stunning the Jarvan with that. Doesn't end up going down, but Gnar manages to clean it up. Alright, so top turret does go down. And, you know, once again, the lack of tanks is really coming to fore here. They don't have anyone to help them engage, especially since Shyvana is going to blows with Galio in the bot lane.
We do have a port swimmer.
Ooh, Lulu tried. Lulu really tried to save save Corki there. Didn't quite work. I think Shyvana's trying to get healed up on some jungle creatures, but isn't managing to make it happen. I mean, I don't want to be the one to ask this, but why is Shyvana still in the bot lane?
That's, I mean, she's getting Dragon, I guess? But for what cost?
Right. I mean, they're going to be down 1 to 2 inhibitors from this. Not to mention all of their turrets are down.
Right.
They could have used their one slightly tanky character a couple of times. Good job by the Galio to get out of there. Shyvana has finally arrived. It's 2 out of 3 inhibitors down. Almost managed to get the Rakan, but the Rakan gets away.
Yes,
Looks like everyone's going to get away. Unless Zoe gets caught out. Nope. Alright, so it's 2 Ocean Drakes against 2 Cloud Drakes. 9k gold lead. And only 1 inhibitor left standing.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, things definitely not looking good right now for Take the Land in this game 1.
They're going to have to play some major defense for this. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off, though.
I think
Especially since they haven't taken out any towers at all.
Mm-hmm.
This is... Oof.
I mean, I think they definitely can hold, as long as they don't get picked off. Shyvana, I'm speaking about you here. Oof. Does manage to get out of there.
I think she was able to get the wolves, though, like she was trying to.
Right, also doesn't manage to keep her flash. Yeah, I mean, I think they have the damage to last for a very long time. They do have the Vayne. Shyvana, of course, is a big wave clear damage dealer. But I just don't know if, of course, Northern Storm's going to let them. As this inhibitor's going to go down in just a second or two. Shyvana coming back, not quite fully healed. It does have her dragon, gets to knock into turret. Really good play there. Galio does do his ult. There's a little bit of focus on the inhibitor instead of on the battle, so that might help Take the Lantern survive this. Alright, all inhibitors down. And still a ton of damage being dealt. Lulu taken out. Shyvana really going after the Zoe. Doesn't manage to get her. Or you're trying to clean up? Does get 1. Does get 2.
You got 2.
Alright, time for some Miracle, Vayne, and Gnar plays. Who's ready?
I don't think they're ready.
Heal blow in
They
there.
might be.
Gnar gets caught in a trap. Ooh, Fat Lee takes out Vayne. This is probably going to end up close net game 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta get lucky. He's gonna try his darndest, but nope. GG.
So a good attempt coming there out of Take the Lantern for game 1. I think that the team comp got away from them a little bit. And Shyvana being down by the dragon, of course, didn't really help things too much there. So, yeah, Nickel, you got anything to throw into here before we jump over to the analyst desk?
Not really. I mean, they did put up a pretty good fight. They were able to get, as I said before, they through that lead, or through their advantage, they were kind of clawing their way back up to like make things even, but then they just sort of lost it. I'm not really sure what happened. Pardon me.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get some insight about that from the analyst desk, and we will hop right over there right now. Alright, hey guys, Nickel and Kenos here. Wanted to see what your thoughts were on that first game.
Boy, oh boy, I cannot believe the impact that some of these picks had. Looking at some of these comps and looking at the impact of this game, I want to talk first about deaths. With the deaths, it didn't really run away from Team Take the Lantern until the very last part of the game in deaths. Where did this gold lead come from? Alan Z, let's start with you.
Well, it's very apparent that, Northern Storm, what they did is they basically focused on objectives. They're willing to trade kills for what they can to control the map. And, top lane, they get the objective really quick. Bot lane, they've got their first tower as well. It's just, they snowballed so hard. They're very focused on what they can get to make the other teams just fall back into their base. And once they do that, you just keep applying pressure. So,
wonderful. Thank you. CB, with this bot lane, with Salsa Salute on Vayne and the sub, who did a wonderful job, P34S with Lulu, what do you think happened in that bot lane that allowed Port Swimmer and Oceanic Abyss to climb ahead? Because honestly, there wasn't that big a difference in lane, except for what? What was the deciding factor here?
I think that P34 should get a huge credit. He stepped in very well in that game, as Lulu was very impactful in keeping him alive there. But honestly, I think it's just the synergy that Northern Storm has. Planner and support, something clicks with those two that once they're on the same page, it's hard to stop them. And then they had Fat Lee come in a few times, and that dive when they got the kill on, I believe it was the Vayne, that really kind of changed the tide in the game. Line.
Wonderful, thank you. Alon Z, last question. I want you to pick an MVP for me. Who are we going to celebrate this game? Who was the decision maker?
Can you say that again? You cut out.
Sorry about that. Pick an MVP for me. Who was the deciding factor in this game?
Without a doubt, would have to be, in my opinion, probably going to be Kokoro no Kage. I mean, he snowballs so well. He roams when he has to. He pushes tower when he needs to. He just has the perfect balance between as, a mid laner. Some people have like this work when it comes to either pushing their lane or roaming. He just seems to get everything done. He does all of it. If they're going out for an objective or a dragon or Rift Herald, he's there. He's ready to do it. He knows his stuff. He's ready to be there when he calls. He isn't a shot caller, but he listens to what needs to be said, and sometimes he doesn't even need a shot caller to tell him what to do. He's just there. So Kokoro no Kage, in my opinion, definitely MVP this game.
Wonderful. CB, looking at what happened with this game, who are you going to give MVP to on the side of Take the Lantern, and what do you think they're going to be able to do to change going into this next match?
I think the MVP on Take the Lantern has to be between their jungler playing that Shyvana was very impactful. The 1v1 on Kokori no Kage was surprising to me that he got that kill there. But I think you have to give the support there another shout out. But to come back next game, I think they need to more on objectives. They had the right idea, but then they got the dragon stolen from them, and I think I said at the beginning, Baron would be pretty important to try and take from Northern Storm, and if they could secure that this game, they might have a chance.
Wonderful. Thank you. Insightful analysis, guys. I do want to take a minute, again, applaud P34S, one of the many subs that have stepped up during this split for us, during some emergencies or some pre-planned unavailability from players that are currently on teams. Subs, we cannot say thank you enough. Speaking of subs and players, we do have signups are live right now on the LCUS Facebook page. Please look us up. Make sure you sign up. Signups are going to be through the rest of February. Through the rest of January. So do not hesitate. Join in on the action. We'd love to have you. Also, we do have a YouTube page where we're sharing all of our prior games. Please go like, subscribe, share. We'd love to add some friends to this incredible event that we're having. So don't hesitate. YouTube.com, GMA Gaming. Like, share, and subscribe. Gentlemen, any last phrases? Anything else you want to throw in?
I think from Take the Lantern's viewpoint of going into the second game, they've got to. I think they need to pick a better team comp. The last game, it made sense. They got a high damage output, but they're too squishy. So if they think they want to do better, they got to do a better team comp. That also said they need to focus on what their objectives are instead of kills.
I would say ban the Zoe.
I think that's going to be probably one of the first bans. We are going to see all the bans restored to all the teams. The penalty is over. I think that wraps us up here at the analyst desk. We're looking forward to talking to you folks after Game 2, see if there's a possibility for a Game 3. Kinos, are you with us?
Yes, I am, and we'll just take a quick break right now, and then we'll jump right into Game 2. Please stay tuned.